you're threatening to tear up an international agreement which you signed less than 2 years ago, which could cause a trade war with our biggest trading partner at a time when we're in a cost of living crisis and an actual war in Europe, doesn't seem to me like the wisest thing to do in the world, Prime Minister.
No, what we're doing is sticking up for the Belfast Good Friday Agreement. And what we're doing is trying to protect and preserve the government of Northern Ireland. And yes, you're right, there's a cost of living issue, but that's certainly not being helped by extra barriers to trade, extra burdens on business that are being caused by the protocol.
He literally has no shame. In 2019, Johnson agreed his oven-ready Brexit deal with the EU and gave Parliament this assurance.
It is in full compatibility, Mr. Speaker, with the Good Friday Agreement.
Now the UK government says the current situation is fundamentally undermining the Good Friday Agreement.
We've got a border erected down the middle of our country, a border which applies checks, applies costs, applies extra bureaucracy. It's unthinkable.
In July 2019, the Prime Minister made this promise. There will be no border down the Irish Sea over my dead body. 2 months later, the Prime Minister agreed to checks in the Irish Sea. As part of his deal with the EU, Northern Ireland stayed in the EU single market for goods, and there would be checks on those goods arriving in Northern Ireland from the rest of the UK.
The net result of which is that there's pretty much a border in the Irish Sea.
Now the Prime Minister is pleading ignorance as to the impact of his own deal. This leaked Treasury presentation in 2019 goes on to say checks and declarations from the protocol would be highly disruptive to the Northern Ireland economy, that SMEs are likely to struggle to bear the cost, and acknowledges that it would increase the price of high street goods. In December 2019, the BBC reported on leaked documents raising fresh concerns about GB-NI trade after Brexit. The paper from the Department for Exiting the EU, seen by the BBC, lists preparing for high levels of checks as one of the challenges in delivering the government's Brexit deal. Despite agreeing a deal he knew would require checks, he knew would lead to additional costs and an increase in the cost of high street goods, the Prime Minister shamelessly continued to tell the public this.
They should believe exactly what I say, which is there will be no checks on goods going from GB to NI, from NI to GB.
This document is talking about checks both ways.
And that's wrong, because there won't be checks.
So you're saying that this is wrong, the government's own impact assessment is wrong, your Brexit secretary is wrong, all these people are wrong, and you're right?
Yes.